Hi guys, it's Monica with Scrap Saturdays, and this is some of what I'm going to be doing with my Compass mini album. I have gone ahead and painted the edges of my chipboard with some gold paint. So I did both, and they're actually just drying right now. And I had to use my sister-in-law's heat gun. Thank you, Marlene, because my heat gun kicked the bucket, and so I'm waiting for my birthday to get a new one. And what I did was I used a combination of clear embossing powder, silver metallic embossing powder, and black, and I mixed them all onto some scrap pieces of paper, and with my Versamark I edged directly with my Versamark stamp pad, so just that there, and with it open I just went around the edges and then dumped my distressing collage powders onto the front and the back covers. And then I went ahead and used a graphic 45 gear stamp that I've got. And so it picks up a little bit of speckles of black, mostly it's silver, and then in some places it's just a little bit higher sheen with the clear embossing, or even here where you see a little bit more of the brighter orange. I just think it's wicked. Love the way that turned out. And I did do some of my tags because I don't have a heat gun, so I went ahead and I just did some of what I wanted. I think that turned out real funky. And then again, I couldn't put the powders back because I had made a collage, so I had to put them to good use. So this is my front cover, and I'm going to be decorating it a bit because you can do anything really, because the mini album will be attached at the end. So it doesn't really matter where you start. It's going to be bound with a chain. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I hope I'm in frame. And I'm just using some quick dry. And so this is the piece that I had cut out with my Cricut, which is the layers feature of the Compass itself. And I used some metallic Recollections paper, and it's kind of that gunpowder metal gray look that I was going for anyway, so it's fabulous. And I've got one more here. Oop. Sorry. So I think that gives it one. I think I'm going to be doing the eyelet right here in the center, so any extra piece of paper that we can add to it will just reinforce the thickness of the opening and closing of that. Okay. So then I want to glue down this whole piece to the red shadow part, and then the red goes onto the chipboard. So I am okay to do that. I will be adding some brads and stuff to the front cover for some dimension with some of the gears that I'll be adding. But it'll still be hidden when I put it down onto the chipboard piece. So remember, this is a shadow piece, so you do want it to be evenly placed down. I'm really getting used to this quick dry. I love it. It does need a little bit of massaging, as I call it. You know, just working with your fingers, making sure that you get to the edges and stuff. So here's my plan. I'm going to be using a Tim Holtz face plate and one of these big baubles. I'm going to be using the dial that I cut out with my Cricut, so layered underneath there. I'm going to be using a dark gear, which I thought I had a black one. I'm going to be using one of these gears and one of these. So that there, and that like that. And then adding the Tim Holtz ticket there. So I can go ahead and glue down this gear that I cut out. And this is from the Robots cartridge that I again borrowed from my sister-in-law. Thank you, Marlene. And I think they turned out pretty good. I think the gears are not bad. I'm gonna punch a hole through the middles just to help with my brad placement. And this one I'm going to put a diamond or rhinestone brad. Then I have this brad that's like a silver black cufflink looking like type one. And I quite like it. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put my dial down. And I'm gonna mark my center. Just lightly, just so that I know where I want a hole, so that this dial thing doesn't turn out all mismatched, because that would make me sad. And then I'm gonna take my pen again, and that was good enough. And I don't have a paper piercing tool, so I think I will just have to push my brad through there. There we go. That's good enough. Now just attaching the pieces to my center face dial. And then to my jumbo compass. It's making me happy. It's looking nice. So I don't know if I'm going to put Father's Day pictures in here, but I think I'm going to cut the pictures out all round shaped. I think that's the idea that I want for it. I changed my mind because I don't want to cover up the E. That would defeat the purpose of having cut out a compass. So just going to play with it a little bit until I'm completely satisfied. And I could layer another gear there, which I'm going to. So first adding some glue to the back of that ticket, sliding it back under there. It's a little bit off the circle, but I like it like that. It's good with me. And I think I'm gonna get a mini brad. I'm gonna use a brassy toned one just to mix up all the different colors of the metals. There's no holds bar this time. Anything goes. And this is one of my favorite tools, my McGill mini hole punch. It's 1 1/16 inch, and I use it all the time for my brads and such. It goes through ribbon, multiple layers of cardstock. I love it. I don't like these small baby brads though. Let's try it again. Fabulous. That's what I wanted. So that's it. I think that's my front cover so far. I love it. I think that's working out really well. And then it gets layered onto my chipboard. Yep, I'm loving the way that looks. Looks good, nice and masculine. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna hot glue this puppy down, which I believe I am. And these should match up perfectly because the chipboard is cut out at the shadow feature, and so is my red cardstock. And there's my front cover so far. And so I'm going to continue and do my front and back covers and get them all glued down. And then I'll come back and do the inside pages. So on the back of the cover, you want to make sure you've got a red shadow, same size as your chipboard cover, and that becomes your front cover. And then we're going to punch a hole through here and use an eyelet and link a chain through all of them and make it look like a real compass. So far I hope you're loving it, because I think it looks really neat and really cool with all the details on there. I really wanted to bring in a clock with it, because I know that it's a compass, but I wanted to incorporate both. And you know, in Scrap Saturday's world, there are no rules. It's whatever you have, reach for it, grab it, and use it.